have tuned in to Weekly World Climate Change News. I'm Ved Solanke. Let's have a look at all the top news related to climate change. But first up, the headlines. City of Dreams, Mumbai has a climate action plan. Frequent heat waves, climate change impacts in India. Climate change a reason for rising lemon prices in India. South and Central Asia brace for water crunch this summer amid soaring temperatures. Climate disasters more frequent in West, Central Asia than other regions, says International Monetary Fund. COP27, the preparations underway for the biggest expected event in Egypt. Alexandria is to be plastic bag free, Governorate. News in detail. In Mumbai city in India, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation along with C40 Cities Network and the World Resources Institute India has put out a 240-page document and 30-year roadmap for the city to address the challenges of climate change. The Mumbai Climate Action Plan. Mumbai, the first city in South Asia to create a plan which includes setting short, medium and long-term climate goals aimed towards zero emission of greenhouse gas for 2050. The city will not stop producing greenhouse gases. The aim is to remove as much as the city produces so that the net emissions are zero. Parts of northern India have experienced over a dozen heat waves in March, and the Indian Meteorological Department forecasts unusual hot weather will continue into April. Severe heat waves, which were rare in the past, have become yearly events in India. In 2022, heat waves have started earlier. The IMD declared India's first heat wave on March 11th, and since then, several heat waves have been declared severe. India's northwestern Gujarat state has been the most affected. Parts of the state experienced heat waves from 11 days in March. Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Jammu and Kashmir, considered to be the cooler areas of India, experienced heat waves as well. The high price of lemons in India is trending across all media platforms. Due to climate change, India, the world's largest lemon producer, which produces approximately 17% of the world's lemons, is struggling with a production crisis. The lemon orchard requires a warm and moderate climate, and they are extremely sensitive to excessive moisture. Due to unprecedented heavy rainfall during the last year's flowering season and the soaring temperatures this year, there has been a substantial loss in production. Moroccans faced a similar situation with citrus a few years back due to heat waves and water stress. Considering these unusual weather conditions, they are likely to affect other produce as well. Temperatures in South and Central Asia soared to record-breaking levels this spring. Several areas in Pakistan exceeded average temperatures by 8 to 11 degrees centigrade, and India's capital, Delhi, overshot its average by 7 degrees centigrade. In Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan, temperatures soared 6 to 10 degrees centigrade above average. This has caused concerns about water shortage in the region, particularly as Pakistan already battles severe water stress. Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, downstream countries for the rivers flowing from the Hindu Kush Himalayas, have reportedly sought guarantees of uninterrupted water supply from upstream countries Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. The frequency of climate disasters is rising faster in West and Central Asia than other world regions. According to a recent paper by the International Monetary Fund, climate disasters in the Middle East and Central Asia is a hotspot for climate change due to its geographical setting. Annual temperatures in the region have increased by 1.5 degrees Celsius over the past 3 decades. Drought severity has also increased throughout the region. Kristalina Georgieva, managing director of the IMF, released the paper titled Feeling the Heat, adapting the climate change in the Middle East and Central Asia, urged strengthening capacity to adopt the climate change. At the World Government Summit 2022, that will serve as a valuable tool to help the vulnerable regions of ME and CA address the severe impacts of climate change. The Environment Minister Yasmin Fawad declared that the 27th United Nations Climate Change Conference in November would focus on climate adaptation, mitigation and financing. The minister's focus will be directed towards reducing climate emissions as well as announcing a number of green enhancements in the fields of electric transport, green hydrogen, alternatives to single-use plastic bags and waste. These projects are going to be held in cooperation with the German Arab Chamber of Industry and Commerce. At the time where Egypt is preparing for the launch of the UN Conference of the Climate Change, the Minister of Environment set up June 2022 to be the due date to convert Alexandria to be completely free of the single-use plastic bags. Her Highness also pointed out that there is long-term plan to turn Alexandria to be a green city. These initiatives come out following increased community awareness about the harmful effects of the continuous use of plastics on both the environment and the public health. It's all about this edition of the weekly World Climate Change News. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.